Welcome to our channel. Today we're diving into some of the most pressing and controversial news stories from around the world. From questionable pardons to international intrigue to a potential pandemic brewing in the Congo, it seems like the only thing spreading faster than misinformation these days is bad news. So, President Biden issued a pardon for his son Hunter. The timing of this, with Trump screaming about a weaponized justice system, is about as subtle as a brick through a window. Critics are saying this gives Trump even more ammunition to cry foul, further undermining faith in the Department of Justice. And let's be honest, the optics of a president pardoning his own family member, even if they've cleaned up their act, aren't great. It just leaves a bad taste in your mouth. And unfortunately, that taste is American politics in the 21st century. Well, folks, it seems our favorite nuclear-obsessed nation is at it again. A California man was just busted for allegedly helping North Korea get their hands on military technology. This wasn't some backroom deal gone wrong. We're talking about a sophisticated scheme. The feds are saying this guy was providing materials that could have been used to develop weapons. It's like giving a toddler a chainsaw and hoping they'll use it to trim the hedges. Now let's turn our attention to Pakistan, where political heavyweight Mahmood Khan Achakzai just delivered a fiery speech that has everyone talking. Achakzai held nothing back, addressing the controversial D Chowk incident, which, depending on who you ask, was either a peaceful protest or a full-blown riot. He went on to criticize Imran Khan, which, let's be honest, is like criticizing water for being wet in Pakistani politics. But what really got people fired up was Achakzai's vision for Pakistan's future. He's calling for unity, for an end to corruption and for a Pakistan that works for everyone, not just the elite. Well, it seems South Korea's President Yoon Suk Yeol had a bit of a power trip this week, declaring martial law, only to have the parliament say, yeah, about that. No. The reason for this short-lived military rule, your guess is as good as mine. But one thing's for sure, it didn't last long. The MPs voted against it faster than you can say authoritarian overreach. Now Yoon is saying he'll respect the vote and lift the order. And finally, because no news cycle is complete without the threat of a potential pandemic, we turn our attention to the Democratic Republic of Congo. There's a new flu-like illness spreading through the country, and it's already claimed dozens of lives. Now, before you start hoarding toilet paper and hand sanitizer, it's important to note that health officials are still investigating the outbreak, but the fact that it's happening in a region with limited healthcare access and a history of infectious diseases is, to put it mildly, concerning. The good news is the World Health Organization is on the case, trying to figure out what we're dealing with and how to stop it. So maybe wash your hands and lay off the raw bats for a while, just to be safe. And in some slightly less doom and gloom news, a new study has found that autism diagnoses have skyrocketed over the past decade. The study suggests that this increase is likely due to a number of factors, including a better understanding of autism, increased awareness, and changes in diagnostic criteria. Basically, we're getting better at identifying something that's been around all along. Interestingly, the study also found that the increase in diagnoses was particularly pronounced among women and girls. So, while a 175% increase in any medical diagnosis might seem alarming at first glance, this is actually a good news story. Well, there you have it, folks. Another week, another avalanche of news that's equal parts terrifying and thought-provoking. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more updates on global news. We'll be back next week to dissect the dumpster fire that is current events. So until then, stay curious, stay skeptical, and for the love of all that is holy, wash your hands.